So at the age of 10, now Shambhuraje comes back from the jaws of death. God knows what would have happened to him in the Gwalior prison. From that time till he becomes 17, 18, till the coronation, Shivarai is busy taking away the hill forts taken by the Mughals. 23 were taken in Purandar Priest treaty. So he is busy. And he, like for example, Tanaji's story happens that time. In 1671 or 2, that right. time. They take back Kondana, they take back most of the forts slowly. That time, when Shambhuraje is 12 or 13, a son is born to Shivarai's other queen, Soyara, Rani. Yeah? So now see the dynamics, and dynamics are changing now. Another son has come into the picture. Okay. And then these years go by, a lot of northern portion of the Mughals, like that Baglan district near Nasik, a lot of Mughal forts are also taken away by Shivarai. And those forts fall on the route of a Mughal trade, which comes from Gujarat to Maharashtra, Aurangabad. The very important forts, they are also taken away by Shivarai. Okay, this is a sacrilege. Nobody has yet now dared to enter the Mughal terrain. It's a holy, according to this thing, there is a holy Pradesh, the holy terrain. And Shivarai has entered and captured those, and this is a sacrilege, according to Badshah. Yeah? Badshah can go and enter and take away everybody's land, but nobody can enter his land and take it away. Now, at this scenario, when the coronation comes, when coronation happens, Shambhuraje is 17 or 18. So, Shivarai is declared as the Chhatrapati. Shambhuraje as the crown prince, and Soirama as a queen consort. See the family dynamics? Soirama is not blood related to Shambhuraje. She has her own son. And she has aspirations for her son. This is in all the history books. Okay. Now what happens? A family dynamic changes, and she slightly resents that her son is not the crown prince. His name is Ram Raja. Okay. Now, I want to clear off, like for example, Shambhuraje was brutally assassinated by Aurangzeb, right? And many times, many historians and many papers later assassinated him. But I studied him, and I know what he did and why he did so. There was a reason for everything. Okay. So that is that's most important.
Sure.
Which I want to talk. So at that point, Shambhuraje is already married to Yesubai Sahib. Yesubai. She is a very intelligent woman, and she is very much in love with her husband, and she is very young, and she is dedicated to the cause of her father-in-law. Okay. So this is the equation, and she knows that her husband has a slight temper, like a teenager. And if you say, like, the words are like arrows, but they are invisible arrows. When you shoot it from the mouth, they hurt the other person, but there is no bleeding there. And what the other people see, that the person is very angry. But who has thrown the invisible arrow remains in the shadows. So what is projected as Shambhuraje is an angry young man.
But he was being instigated by the words of others.
Others. Who you can guess?
The queen consort.
Queen consort. And the ministers who are so devoted to Shivarai. Now you just see, there is a person called Annadatto. Okay, he is a most intelligent person. Why? I'll tell you. He has devised a program to see. Now Watandars are gone. Shivrai has got a military system lined up, hierarchy, and he has Watandars like the Deshmukhs, like us, they had become very powerful. They used to collect lot of revenue and build their own fortresses. So Shivrai has subdued their power. He couldn't eliminate them completely, but he has subdued their power, and he has his own tax collectors who report to Annadatto. You understand?
Right.
Now, Annadatto has to pay the salaries by the time the coronation happens. Shivrai has 30,000 well-mounted agile cavalrymen, 40,000 infantrymen. Then he almost has 300 forts, the garrisons of those forts, and the civil servants who collect the taxes from the farmers. All these people need to be paid on full moon day from the treasury. Imagine, so it comes to 1.5 lakh people, 150,000 people have to be paid salary. It's not an easy thing. So you have to collect the Shetsara, the agriculture tax, calculate it and correctly pay the taxes. Okay. So what Shivrai, I think he tells Shambhuraje to get trained under Annaji Datto. Now imagine Annaji Datto, the brilliant accountant, brilliant tax collector, he has increased agriculture produce in Shivrai's territory. It's not easy, as it sounds. So, and he has also been successful in paying salaries of all these people on time. Then here comes Shambhuraje, very handsome, looks like Shivrai, even better, taller, with young blood. Now, suppose I am coming to meet Annadatto and Shivrai's son is sitting there. Whom will I pay more attention to? So, Annadatto's, the minister's egos get little hurt, because more attention is paid to yesterday's boy. So, I feel that there was some resentment.
In court.
In court, yeah.
Got it.
And then there is a queen who is so much in love with her son. Now this is the situation. Then I do not know why. This history doesn't tell me. Now many historical novels and dramas and lot of other things, other books written on Shivrai, they say, Shambhuraje, they say, he was having, he went after women, beautiful women. But I did not find any single reference like that in any of the books. Dr. Kamla, who has done her project research on this, she said this was not possible because he did not have time. But one fact remains, when Shivrai went for Dakshin Digvijay, he wanted to acquire many forts from the south. For example, have you heard of the fort called Jinji? Or Fort of Vellore, land fort of Vellore. Jinji is a magnificent fort which is a few miles away from Cholamandala coast. So Shivrai wanted to expand to Cholamandala coast. So when he went to south, and he also wanted to have a second line of defense if and when Aurangzeb descends in the Deccan with full force. So he wanted to have a second line of defense, and which came handy. That is why the Marathas survived due to Jinji, but much after Shivrai's death. So there is one which I do not understand. Why he did not take Shambhuraje in the southern expedition? He did not take. He did not ask Shambhuraje to stay at Raigad. He knew little problem is there. He asked Shambhuraje to go to Shringarpur, which is in Ratnagiri district, to his wife's house, a place, and be a Subedar of Ratnagiri part and be there. Annadatto and Morapan Pingle were given some regions to look after Swaraj when Shivraj is away in southern expedition, and Raigad was given to another person to look after, where the queen and her son and the ministers operated from. Okay, now Shambhuraja is out. He's there at Shringarpur. We don't know what has happened. What is his condition of his mind? What he must have thought? Nothing is written in the history book. But when you read history books again and again and again and again, you develop an instinct. So this is the situation. And southern expedition, Shambhuraja has not been taken. So he feels a bit, he's away. He's not allowed to stay at Raigad, and he's not allowed to... Raigad is the capital, and he's not been taken to southern expedition. So he says, what am I doing here? And then he meets a lot of... there he tries to meet a lot of local people, and they have usual complaints against, the tax collectors, the Shivraj's tax collectors. So he tries to write to Shivraj that... when Shivraj comes back, he says that people are not very happy the way we are collecting taxes, blaming Anna Datto indirectly. So Shivraj says that you just keep away from this business. You learn now first. You don't ask questions because they are very learned. Kind of... Shivraj doesn't entertain him. So that all adds up, and he starts... Now Muazzam is there in Aurangabad, and Diler Khan has been shifted by Aurangzeb to the south. For some reason. Diler Khan and Muazzam do not get along at all. They don't see eye to eye. Diler Khan has to do something drastic to put himself in a higher position in the eyes of his Badshah. So now he realizes that Shambhuraja has not gone to the south. His father has not taken him. And there is some trouble at home with the ministers and the queen. So this is the right... and he's young blood, and he's angry. This is the right time. So he starts sending him messages. Come and join us. So, and he writes in the name of Muazzam, I think. That this is the right time to come, and if you come, the letters are available. Okay. So Diler Khan starts writing that if you join us, we will make you a Mughal Mansabdar, and we will help you to acquire the entire Deccan, including Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. So Shambhuraja is... for what he must have thought. But his father does not meet him even after coming from this Deccan campaign. He has won 50 forts. Shivraj has won 50 forts in the south, including the bastions of power like Jinji Fort and Vellore Fort, and the entire Cholamandala coast. So he comes back, and Shambhuraja has a daughter now who is named Bhavani, a little girl. So Shivraj has not visited him. So he's feeling sad. Why my father has not visited me? What is wrong?
And he's probably 18 years old.
No, now he's 21.
Okay.
So now the time has passed. He's 57 born. Now we are coming to
78.
78, 79. Now he's in 20s. So Diler Khan keeps writing him. So you come, and you come from... so Shivraj writes to him because he knows his son is undergoing some turmoil. He said, you proceed to Sajjangad, where Samartha Ramdas, he will teach you few spiritual things and he'll calm down your mind. Shambhuraja listens to him, but he has Diler Khan's correspondence also. So there are two things working in his mind. He wants to go to Sajjangad and meet Samartha Ramdas, and he also has Diler Khan's letters. So he leaves Shrungarpur and goes to Sajjangad.
Could you give context on Ramdas?
He is a poet, first of all. He has written life's poetry Okay, and he has developed akhadas. He is the person who traveled the entire Hindustan that time, including the Mughal terrain, and he wants to find out the psyche of the youngsters.
Got it.
And that time he has made akhadas, and he has lot of followers, and they look after these akhadas, and he is trying to train youngsters to fight. I will not call him a guru or anything, but Shivrai respects him. So Shambhu Raja reaches Sajjangarh. Sajjangarh is Parali, also called Parali Hill Fort, and he goes up. It's very steep, stairs, built of stone. When you climb this Parali Hill Fort, it is at the foothills. A river flows called Urmadi River. So he goes up, and unfortunately for him, Samartha Ramdas is not there. He misses that. He's gone somewhere. He's a free man. No, he'll go. Samartha Ramdas. He's gone. He's not there. There again, Diler Khan sends him a message that you come to a place called, there is one place which is a confluence of two rivers nearby, and you come there and you jump into the river and flow the other side. We will be waiting for you. And that's what he does. And he goes to Diler Khan.
So the immediate cause was Ramdas not being there at that
We
location.
don't know so many things, He being shunted out to Shringarpur. Why? He was not allowed to stay at Raigad. He was not taken to the southern campaign. Then the invisible word arrows which is coming into his direction. He's been portrayed as an angry person, not fit to rule. It's very easy. If you want to portray somebody, and if you have a power to do so, it's very easy to do so.
Also, perhaps some childhood psychological angles.
Yeah, because he was always treated as a Mughal Mansabdar. So we don't know what all worked in his mind, which I tried to explain in the book.
Gotcha.
So we don't know. So many things happened. But the result is he's go to what he thinks, that suppose I will teach these ministers how to rule. They don't know how to rule. So he perhaps goes.
Got it.
And it's been documented. And so many people say he never left. So many people say Shivrai only sent him. I disagree, because there is one letter Shivrai wrote to Venkoji, his brother in South, Shahaji Raje's other wife's son, who Shivrai was very close to, and they used to correspond. And this letter is in Mr. Gajanan Mehendare's book on page 447 or 57. Shivrai writes to Venkoji, my son Shambhu Raje had gone to the Mughals, but things did not happen the way he wanted, and with love and affection we have brought him back. Now he is in our fold. The letter is there. So I don't want anybody saying that I'm talking something else, because it is the entire evidence is documented.